All right, hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Um, so today we're gonna go over ethical conduct, and so that is our class for today. It is a safety training, but it's kind of more a philosophy class. So, what are ethics? That is the first question we must ask ourselves in order to get through this. Now, I have sent you a picture of a piece of paper and some questions. And now I wanted you to answer them and I want you to think about them, and then what I'm going to do is tell you how I would react to them, and I want to see if you would do anything differently. So you have the picture. I wish I could send you the paper. I can't. But at least you have a picture of it, and then what you can do is show us, well, kind of tell me what you would do differently than me. But again, ethics. What is ethics? Ethics is a discipline concerned with what is morally good and bad and morally right or wrong. So that's what we're talking about today. And so there's some scenarios, which is just a what would you do activity. So I'm going to ask you what you would do in these circumstances, and then I'm going to send it out to you, and then I want to see what it is that you would do in this situation. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and then I want you to tell me what you thought first. Just give me a little bit of any number. Tell me, which, if you agree, if you disagree with what I'm saying, what you would do differently, or expound on something, anything like that. If you're in 100% agreement, then I guess we're on the same ethical plane. Okay, so what would you do? So, first question is, you see a person taking money out of somebody else's backpack without permission. What would you do? All right, well, first of all, I'd be like, hey, excuse me, what are you doing? Well, hey, stop doing that. Is that your bag? I saw that it's not. What are you doing? Oh, I'm confused. I thought it was somebody else's backpack. Oh, I don't know. Or they would leave. I don't know. But the first thing I would do is I would confront the person. And then I'd say, yeah, you should put that back. But then I would also have a mental description, maybe even pull out my phone, start recording them, and be like, yeah, this ain't cool. Because stealing is morally wrong. That person wouldn't want anybody to steal from them, yet they're stealing from somebody else. See, and that's a moral conundrum right there. Well, why are you breaking these standards where, if I was doing the same thing to you, you would not be too happy. Which in some ways, maybe they are being robbed by the government or somebody else, or, who knows. But it doesn't make it right to continue the process, even in a smaller circumstance. Okay, number two. Well, sitting on BART, an elderly man uses a walker using a walker boards the train. There are no available seats left. So it says at the beginning, while sitting on BART, what would you do? Well, I've already done this. I would stand up. Furthermore, if I was already standing and they got on and somebody was sitting in the seats that are reserved for people with disabilities, for pregnant women, or women that are pregnant, or for people that are elderly, I would ask one of those people to move. Say, hey, these seats are exactly for that. Please stand up. And unless they can prove some other way, but I would definitely give up my seat. That's what I would do. Because I'm young, I'm youngish, I'm healthy of body. I can definitely stand and be just fine. Wait till the train clears out and find another seat. Okay, number three. A parent pushing a baby stroller and holding the hand of a toddler approaches the door of the post office, which is not automatically open. What would you do? Parent pushing a baby stroller and holding the hand of a toddler post office, which doesn't automatically open. So the door's there. Lady's gonna try to get in. She's pushing a toddler. She's in a baby stroller and she's trying to navigate. Well, it's easy. You go and you open the door. Honestly, I open the door for anyone that's close to the door, depending on how far back they are. If we meet at the door at the same time, I always open the door and ask them to go in first. And if they're just a little bit back, I'll go in first, but then hold the door open for them as well, so that they can just not have to reopen the door or anything like that. And also, and this is for me, it doesn't have to be for all of you. This is not gender biased. I do not just hold the door open for women. I hold the door open for men or women. It doesn't matter, for kids, anybody. You should open the door for people. It's just a nice thing to do. It's not like, hey, he's some guy, I don't want to open the door for him. Seriously, I've had people say that. Well, I'll open the door for a lady, but not a guy. That's just rude. I don't know. But that's me. Again, this is my ethical code. Everybody has a different ethical code. All right. Number 4. You are waiting in the checkout line in Costco with a very full cart. The customer behind you has 2 items. What would you do? I guess it depends on the day. And also if I notice. But no. Honestly, as long as I notice and I have a full cart and I see somebody behind me and say, why they're not in the express lane, I don't know. But maybe they're buying alcohol or something. Because I think, in the express lane you can't buy alcohol. I think, or there's something else that you can't purchase in the express lane. But maybe it was. They just had like a bottle of wine and some flowers and it's Valentine's Day and they want to go home and celebrate with their wife. But that's all they had, or their significant other. It could be anybody. And so, I would let them go first. I say, hey, go right ahead. Don't worry about me. Go right ahead. Because they only have 2 items. It's going to take forever. The flowers might wilt. Depending. Especially if it's Costco. It could be a huge cart. All right, number 5. And again, this is my stuff. I want to know what you think. So at Starbucks, while waiting for your coffee drink, you notice a woman get up and leave the table where she was sitting at. Her cell phone is still on the table. What would you do? Okay, well, easy for me. I would get up and I would say, excuse me, ma'am. Actually, I'd probably grab her phone just so nobody else takes it. Say, ma'am. Hey, lady, you forgot your phone. Sorry, you left it on the table, but that's what I would do. Especially if it's her cell phone. I would hope the same thing would happen if I left my cell phone somewhere. Yeah, I would definitely pick up the phone and say, here, sorry, you forgot your phone. I mean, if it was right there, it'd be, excuse me. And I'd probably... So my ethics don't include me being overly rambunctious or over eager. Because I'm not going to, stand up if I don't have to and be like, I'm saving that. I'd be like, if I saw it and I could still stay sitting, not that I'm that lazy, but if I could still stay sitting, I'd rather. I'd be like, excuse me, ma'am, you left your phone on the table. And she could just say thank you, go get her phone, and then just go on her way, But that's me. I don't know. Like I said, I don't consider myself lazy, but I'm not about to. If I don't have to. But I would definitely make sure she got her phone back. Number 6, while watching TV with the volume on high, a housemate enters the living room and tells you he's trying to sleep but can't because the TV is too loud. What would you do? Well, forget them. I want to watch TV. I worked a long day and it's mine. I'm just kidding. I would not do that. In fact, this is something that happens at my house, and it's not just ethically. I mean, I do this all the time, pretty much wherever I go. But I would Melanie usually goes to bed before me. She has to get up a bit earlier, and I stay up a little bit later watching TV. But I don't want her to have to hear the TV, and so what I've done is I have earplugs that I plug into the back of the TV, and I have an extension cord It stretches all the way long enough for me to have my earplugs in. I can watch my jazz game or whatever it is and not have her be disturbed by the TV. And if it was a roommate situation, I didn't have any headphones, I would definitely turn the volume way down and just say, hey, let me know when it's quiet enough. But I still need it at a volume that I can hear it. You know, maybe even scoot a little bit closer to the TV, but it's not that good for your eyes. But I would definitely make an adjustment to say, yeah, let's work together on this and see what we can do. Okay, number 7. On the weekend, everyone in the house decides they would like to go to a movie, but can't seem to agree on which one. What would you do? I don't understand how this is an ethics question. This sounds like a personal preference question. On the weekend, everyone, I don't know, I'm guessing this is like a mom, dad, kid situation? Not a roommate situation? Okay, let's say it's a mom, dad, kid situation, right? Well, then I would say, okay, well, what movie do you want to go see? What movie do you want to go see? And usually moms and dads are like, I don't care, we're getting out of the house. So, I would say, all right, well, what we're going to do is put names in a hat. And both your names and whoever's name we draw, we're going to go see that movie today. And next week, when it's movie time, we're going to go see the other movie. Totally fair, unbiased. That's what I do. Now, if it's just friends and they can't decide, I just say, go see what you're going to see. You go see what you're going to see. And then we'll meet up after and we'll let each other know about the movies. But if it's a household thing, I kind of understand. So, last one. Now let's see if any of you disagree. But number 8, while walking down the street, the person in front of you trips, falls, and drops their bags. Items from the bags go spilling out onto the ground. What would you do? Honestly, and this is not because I'm a bad person, I would first compose myself and try not to laugh. And that doesn't mean I'm unethical. Look, I trip and fall, and I drop things, and it's hilarious to me. And I always look around, and I'm like, nobody saw that? What a disappointment. That's so sad. I wish somebody had seen that. But no, nobody has. But it's not funny to everybody. But for me and my family, we're terrible people, and we always find it funny when somebody trips and falls. So first, I would gather myself and be like, you can't be laughing at them. I mean, maybe you can. But then I would ask if they're okay while I'm helping them gather up their food. I'll be like, can I help out real fast? And then kind of gather up the food, but I'd ask if they're okay. And if I'm laughing, I'm like, I'm sorry I'm laughing. It's just the way you tripped was funny. I know, I'm a horrible person. But I'm not, because I'm helping you clean up. But I would definitely help them. So these are our 8 circumstances of what would you do and what would you do. So anyway, I hope you answered all the questions before. If not, please let me know if there's anything you would do differently or anything you can think of that would be even better to make it, make me think of something that's an even better way of dealing with the situation so that in the future, even, because I always try to do the ethical thing, what I think is right, but sometimes I don't even know. So let me know what you think, because I do want to know. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Go out and be ethical, everyone. Ciao for now.